Welcome back to the Stephan Show. My name is Graham and welcome to my show, and today we're bringing you another banger this morning because actually as of last night I was a little bit concerned I was not going to have enough content to react to for a video to post on Saturday. And then of course this morning the YouTube algorithm and CNBC Make It were like, hey Graham, don't stress about this. We got you, fam, and we're going to give you a brand new episode of Millennial Money to watch and react to. So that's what we're doing this morning, a lovely Saturday morning. Whoops. There we go. I'm going to put my computer on Do Not Disturb so I don't get any of those little pingy things. Actually, it reminds me, that little pingy sound is the same sound that I kind of use anytime I smash the like button or I ask you guys to destroy the like button for the YouTube algorithm. So if you wouldn't mind doing that really quick, let's just give this a little like on the video. There we go. And with that said, let's watch this video. It's called Living on $280K a year in Fort Worth, Texas. Wait for it. Millennial Money. So there we go, guys. Let's enjoy and let's watch another good video by CNBC. Thank you, guys.
A lot of people will tell you this.
Hold up one second. Look at all of those keys. This guy could potentially be the most highest paid janitor ever. Let's see what he does.
Is that cash is trash, and it's better to have your money invested in something that's going to produce income. So I'd rather have it in real estate or in equities or any other asset rather than cash itself.
You know what? To a certain degree, I would actually agree with that. The reason they say cash is trash is because cash loses value over time. It's not like you could keep a whole bunch of cash and it's going to be worth the same amount of money in like 20 years from now. Chances are with inflation, like your money is really going to be losing about, let's call it 1 to 3% every single year due to inflation. It's just the way it is. Prices of everything else go up and the value of your money just ends up going down over time. So it's better usually to go and invest the money instead, and that's why they say cash is trash. But I do have to say, it is worthwhile though to keep some expenses on the sideline, or if you're saving up for something, keep it in cash, or put it in bonds, or like something very safe in a high yield savings account, or anything like that. You want your money to at least keep pace with inflation, if at all possible. Otherwise, if you're saving your money for a few years, cash is just fine. Jeez, this 35-year-old lives on $280,000 a year in Fort Worth, Texas. In Texas, I'm sure that money goes an extremely long way. I mean, this would be the equivalent of probably living on like $600,000 a year in California.
My name is Terrence Bilodeau. I'm 35 years old, and I'm a real estate appraiser in Fort Worth, Texas.
Wow, he's a real estate appraiser. I guarantee, though, that's not how he's making all of this money. I have a feeling, based on the keys earlier, he says he's in real estate. He owns a lot of rental properties. Let's just say that, because I bet as a real estate appraiser, he's maybe making $70,000 to maybe $90,000 a year. Let's just see, and I bet the rest of it is from his investments.
What keeps me motivated in real estate is that it can evolve over time. So I can start off as a landlord and have a tenant, and then that tenant over time can become a buyer, which just happened in one of my properties last year. I had a tenant who ended her lease and bought a home that was $640,000, and I made a 3% commission as a realtor when representing her as her buyer's agent.
Gosh, this guy is the jack of all trades. So he owns the property, so he's a landlord, and then he could represent the tenant as his own client as a real estate agent. That's the way to do it. Wow, like he's figured out a way to monetize every single investment and transaction he could possibly do. This is phenomenal.
Right now I have 11 houses, but I still have about $1.7 million in debt, which includes my personal home that I live in.
Audrey! Oh, I have a thing for cats now. Seriously, like I found Ramsey. He was just outside. He was next to like a car. There was a little kitten. I took him in, and now I'm just like, I love cats. They're hilarious. They're such characters.
This is the kitchen. We've got a really great commercial gas cooktop with 6 burners and a vent hood, and this really cool pantry that's got a hidden storage behind it.
That's actually really cool. I would love something like that. Ever since I was a kid, I've wanted a place with hidden compartments, like some hidden room. Like you press on one of these posters and then all of a sudden there's something behind it. I don't have anything like that. I think that would be so cool.
Here's the refrigerator. It's not stocked with a bunch of food. LaCroix, obviously a favorite of every millennial.
Wait, did they just...
Here's the refrigerator. It's not stocked with a bunch of food.
Who did the editing on this? They tried to make it like MTV Cribs, you know, where they go and do the slow motion shots, or they do, you know, get the walking scenes back and forth and then they reverse it. But this is done really badly because they filmed this in what looks like maybe 20 to 30 frames per second. So it shows like all jerky. Something like that should have been filmed at like 60 frames per second minimum. It's got to be a smooth scene.
LaCroix, obviously a favorite of every millennial. And Beyond Meat.
He is a millennial. LaCroix and Beyond Meat. I actually tried Beyond Meat. It's not as good as what they make it out to seem. I mean, I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, it's a 5, but it definitely does not compare with the actual taste of meat. It comes somewhat close, but there is still no comparison, I have to say.
My biggest monthly splurge is on Hiatus, which is like a spa, and you can get a monthly facial or monthly massage there for $69 a month. It's worth it to me because I work a lot and I need a place to relax and kind of let go physically.
$69 for a massage or facial does seem like a lot of money though, especially if it's recurring every single month. Like I know some of the massage spots in even like, around West Los Angeles, they could be like $35 to $40 an hour unless he's getting like a 2-hour massage, in which case like $70 is actually a good price. But that still seems a little bit expensive. Although I gotta say, I mean, he could afford it.
I have 2 memberships. I've got one at the TCU gym nearby and I pay $50 a month for that. And then I have a membership at HotWorks, which is $30 a month. I feel accomplished if I can go 3 times in the week. I don't really spend a lot of time cooking. I usually go out to eat to save time.
All right, so here we go here. We got Terrence's typical monthly budget, $10,773 a month. But investments make up pretty much half of that. Investments, $5,000 a month. So $60,000 a year. Seems really good. So right off the bat, I gotta say that's fantastic. Then we got mortgage and utilities, $2,195. That includes Wi-Fi, gas, hot water, electricity. That's really good. I gotta say that's pretty low compared to how much money he's making. But then we got insurance. Wow, insurance. $1,077 a month for health, car, life, disability, umbrella policy. Yeah, you know what it is? I have a feeling it's the umbrella policies, maybe, on all of the rental properties, depending on what his limits are, and maybe health insurance, and maybe life insurance, and car insurance could be pretty expensive too. It's a lot of money on insurance, but all it takes is one lawsuit, and that umbrella policy definitely comes in handy. So that's okay. That's an expense. Then we got food, $1,000 a month on food. Wow, $30 a day. What is he eating to basically eat away $30? I bet he can get that down a little bit. So that's something that he could absolutely improve on. Then we got debt repayment, $500 a month. Home Depot, Green Sky air condition. What does he owe for Home Depot? Unless it's a Home Depot 0% interest credit card. This guy seems really smart. That's the only thing I can imagine. It's got to be that. He's got to be putting it on a 0% interest credit card for like 12 months, doing one of those Home Depot things. It makes sense. Or 0% interest financing for 18 months or whatever it is. He's too smart to carry around any sort of debt like that. So that's what I think it is. Then we got MISC, $299 a month with a little squiggly. Landscaping, house cleaning, dental cleanings. Okay, fine. Phone, $240 a month on phone for him and his sister. That's a lot. You do not need $240 a month for your phone. Honestly, you should get it under like $130. I have T-Mobile for myself and the girlfriend, and it's $110 a month, unlimited everything. Unlimited everything, so this is way too much. That you could save money. Gas, $213. That's okay. Subscriptions, $207 a month. We just covered that. Pet expenses, $42 a month. Yeah, so I just have to say his food is a lot. His insurance is a lot, but you can't really do much about that. And other than that, I don't have really anything to complain about here.
I avoid drinking alcohol because it doesn't make me feel very good and it costs a lot. And in general, whenever you drink, you tend to make poor decisions, so I just avoid it.
This guy is smart. He's smart. I'm the same way. I don't drink. I rarely ever have a drink. Mostly because I feel like crap the next day. I just don't like it. It's for some reason, it just affects me so negatively that just the next day I feel so lethargic. And this is, by the way, like I'll have just like 1 or 2 drinks. That's it. And it ruins me the next day. I can't do it. So I've made the decision to just, cut out like 99% of alcohol. I'll have the occasional drink every now and then. But that's it. I feel great. Get way more work done. Feel better. Save money. Honestly, there's so many advantages when it comes to that, I think.
I got into real estate appraising because I had a friend who was a real estate appraiser. And I went on a few assignments with him and I discovered I really liked the process. And I also was going to school at UTA and I got my marketing degree and I couldn't find a job in the field that I wanted, so He asked would I be interested in becoming his trainee.
That's one of those businesses, by the way, that has seen such a sharp decline in like new appraisers. You'll go and notice that for any real estate investor, anytime you have an appraiser, for the most part, I would say like 90% of them are probably over the age of like 50 to 60 years old. It's not an industry where you usually see a lot of new people or like younger people getting into it. You don't think real estate appraiser, it's like this, really glamorous industry. So they're having issues now with eventually they're not going to find enough real estate appraisers out there. So I think that could be an industry over time that there's going to be way more demand for it, and there's not going to be enough people out there to appraise property. So the fact that he's getting into it now, I think is pretty good. I think more people would need to get into it because there will be a lot more demand in the future.
I do both real estate appraisals and work as a realtor.
Wow, the majority of his income comes from appraisals. I was wrong. This guy could just be like really hustling and doing a whole bunch of appraisals. Wow, good for him.
So each month my tenants pay me $15,800 in rent. $2,500 of that is positive cash flow, and about $3,500 of that is principal pay down.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So yeah, $15,000 a month gross rent, $2,500 a month net. So he's making, let's call it about $5,000 a month profit from the rental properties alone. So $5,000 a month is his return on investment on 2.75 million. So he's making about 8.5% return on the gross amount of his asset. It's decent. I would say that's decent.
So here's the master. It's very zen-like, kind of like a hotel in a way. I've got my desk in here where I do my appraisal work. And here's my closet. It's got a lot of space. I don't really use all of it because I'm not a big clothing person, but my cat loves it.
I love the cat. I love that cat. It looks so angry. It looks so angry. Like that cat is plotting. He's plotting something. He's like this guy Terrence. I'm going to take over his entire business and steal all of his tenants. That's the face. So cute.
We're gonna go to my exercise room. So this is the room for like relaxation and stretching and exercise. If I don't have time to go to the gym, I'll come here and do some stretching and some basic workouts.
Oh, that's nice. He's got a full room for that. That would be great. I would really love at some point to have like a home gym. Just don't have the space for it. That's the thing. You need a lot of space for something like that. And right now, I think I might just do like an outdoor gym set. Something easy outside. But this has got to be nice. Looks good.
What initially prompted me to want to lose weight was I thought I want to get a girlfriend, but I don't think any girl's going to like me the way I look right now, so I need to lose some weight. So I kept trying to lose weight, but I didn't really get a lot of progress from trying on my own, so I Googled how to lose weight, and I figured out that there's 3,500 calories in a pound, and I just did the math, and it kept me motivated, and over the course of 6 months, I lost 90 pounds.
Wow! 6 months, 90 pounds. Good for him. I mean, again, he's a smart guy. He's a smart guy. So I don't think there's going to be anything in this video that I'm going to get upset or angry about or really disagree with. He's doing everything right.
I don't have a savings account. And while I don't have it in terms of liquid savings all the time, I have a lot of it in real estate, which produces cash flow, which to me is a better alternative to cash itself.
Oh, okay, so there we go. So that's one thing. I think it's so important to save some cash because here's the thing, he's smart. But I think there's got to be something to be said about keeping cash on the sidelines. That peace of mind is worth so much. It really is. I think that would be the safe thing to do. Okay, so he's got $435,000 in investments between his SEP, IRA, and brokerage accounts. So in a way, I mean, you could just say that is his emergency fund. Worst case scenario, he could always sell off his stocks to pay for something, but I just don't like the idea of selling stocks or selling any sort of investment when it's potentially down, because chances are when you need the money, everything else is going to be down. So I always like to have cash. It keeps its value, and you don't need it too much, just a little bit, just to pay for things in case.
My original goal when I started in appraising was to make $80,000 a year. So in my first year when I billed $145,000, I was pretty happy with that outcome. When I exceeded my goal, my first thought was I should buy something really cool. So I wanted to buy a Tesla, but no bank would give me a loan because I didn't have 2 years of history in terms of credit, like in terms of my income. And so I decided to buy another house, which was a better decision.
Wait a second, how did he buy another house? Because if a bank's not gonna give you a loan on a car because you don't have 2 years of tax returns, that's standard. How would they give you a loan on a house unless you bought the house cash? And then we got here, Terrence bought a used 2008 Porsche 911 Turbo back in 2016. Oh man, those Porsche Turbos, they keep their value so well. They look really good, they're great cars. It looks like too, he got a manual Porsche Turbo. Great car, really, really cool, just a fun car. I'm all for it, I love that.
I think I spent $75,000, but everybody felt a little uncomfortable in it because it was a little too fast. And so I felt like, well, this is not even worth having. So I sold it. And I lost a little bit of money on the taxes. I think I sold it for $72,000.
Oh no! Why would you sell? What are you doing? That's the whole point of owning a Porsche Turbo. It's because they hold their value really well. They're fast cars. Why would you sell it only after 8 months? It was a good car. I wouldn't have sold that thing. Terrence recently bought a brand new Audi Q8 for $83,000. You sold a Porsche Turbo, a good used one that's going to hold its value for a brand new Audi Q8 that's going to lose like 20% in like 6 months. Why would you do it? $83,000 for a Q8. Why would you do it? Just go and buy a barely used one for like $40,000, $45,000, say 50% right off the top. It's the same thing, the exact same thing. So there we go. Now that got me angry.
This is the downstairs patio, and it's got a pergola with some lighting. And it's got some sconces that give you some extra light. And I bought the furniture and some of the pots from...
They definitely got a new editor because they're trying to make this a lot like MTV Cribs with the cool, like, you know, the shifting and then the slow motion shots. It doesn't work in 30 frames a second. That's the only thing.
So here's the rooftop deck. You've got these 2 great umbrellas to keep you shaded when it's really hot outside. And we've got a bench and a little bar area with a TV back behind there. And then another dining area for you to eat at and enjoy everything there is up here, including the park across the street.
It's a nice spot. I gotta say, you know, Texas has some really great spots for a very affordable price.
I expect to reach my goal of having a net worth of $3 million in the next 4 to 6 years, which is also when I plan to retire as an appraiser. After that, I'm going to pursue more being just a real estate agent as well as being a builder.
Good for him. You know, he's got a goal. I have no doubt he's going to hit that. I think at this pace, he's doing pretty much everything right, except he's got to stop buying brand new Audi Q8s. What are you thinking? Stop doing that. Stop doing that. That's going to make your net worth go down. It's bad. Bad. Don't. No. Don't do that.
Travel to me is not really a priority right now because I don't feel like I have everything that I want in terms of going on a vacation, because not only do I pay the cost of the vacation itself, but also the revenue that I miss out on when my clients can't send me work.
That's kind of how I feel too. It's not a healthy mindset all the time, but I do think he definitely has a point. It's not just the cost of the vacation, it's the cost of his business. So I get that right now.
I haven't gotten in this hammock in a while since I bought it, so hopefully it doesn't fall over. Well, it's on the gravel, but it's still comfortable.
You know what? Good video. I wish there was like some sort of final thoughts on this, or something maybe a little bit more like introspective. Instead of ending it on like the reason I don't travel, maybe some bigger overall picture, something like that would have been nice to end this on. And they also did not make this video over 10 minutes long. What are you doing? You want to make it 10 minutes and 1 second so you can put mid-roll ads in the video. That's really what you end up needing. But anyway, honestly, I think everything is fine. My only complaint with this entire video is him buying a brand new Audi Q8 for $83,000. That, I think, was bad. That was a bad decision. I really like the Porsche purchase. I don't say that because I really like cars and I like the Porsche Turbo. I think it was a good purchase. The car's gonna hold its value. That Audi Q8, you didn't, man, you don't need to get the Audi Q8. Didn't need that whatsoever. But besides that, I think everything is great. I would, if anything, I would just keep more cash on the sidelines, just in case there's some like less volatile investments, just in case the market goes down. You have some dry powder on the side to go and reinvest back in the markets. But besides that, great video. I think it's good. I like the fact that he's in real estate, and yeah, just don't buy any more Audi Q8s. That's it. If you're gonna go and buy an Audi, have it be like 5 years old. If you do that, I will be happy. So with that said, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Make sure to destroy the like button, subscribe button, and notification bell. Also, feel free to add me on Instagram. I post it pretty much daily, so if you want to be a part of it there, feel free to add me there, as my podcast, link down below in the description. And finally, if you guys want 2 free stocks, use the link down below in the description, and Webull is going to be giving you 2 free stocks when you deposit $100 on the platform, with one of those stocks potentially valued all the way up to $1,400. Now is the time, by the way, to get those 2 free stocks, because the market dropped down. So that means the 2 free stocks you're going to get those stocks at a lower value, so that when eventually the market does go back up, they're going to be worth even more money. So make sure to get those 2 free stocks. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.